the Telosians, shock. We are very happy to meet you again, dear brothers and sisters of planet Earth. Once again we will return to the events that are happening on the soil of the Earth within humanity. What to stir these last few days about the presentation of the Olympic Games in Paris? How many hearts have been strongly moved by the tableau presented in the city? Dear brothers and sisters, know that everything that has been shown to you is only a reflection of those who wish to have control over you, over all the peoples of the earth. Indeed, you have had, directly, the understanding of who are all those who lead you, of all those who, by their great desire for power over your lives, by their great wish to make your robots in their pay, have shown you who they really are. If you take each table presented, you have before your eyes the detail of who they are, what they are quietly fomenting, and what they want you to become. But, because there is a but that they did not expect, there was a very strong outraged reaction from the peoples of the earth. As you know, it is not only the people of France who have been in great emotions of sadness, there is the entire earth. And there, those who wanted to manipulate you strongly by making these pictures completely natural things were greatly mistaken. This is how you can see how little they know you, and how much they have not yet sufficiently realized that the light is dissolving them, and making them disappear. We told you in previous messages that they would try everything for everything to create fear and depravity in you. They tried it, but it is one more failure for them after what happened 2 years ago due to the pandemic. Do not doubt that they will still try other things, because they feel that they are at the end of their rope, and, for them, this is not possible. They need this little earthly power so much that if they lose it they feel their death approaching with great strides. When we say death, it means the very near end of this little earthly power due to money, of course, which they do not want to let go of. Dear brothers and sisters of the earth, you have experienced a great shock, a very great shock in front of this manifestation, but know that there will always be humans who will congratulate the organizers of what they have created. What happened shows you how much respect for peoples is non-existent on earth. It shows you how much those who lead you are totally unconscious of the cowardice of what they themselves live in their own lives. Some, included in very particular organizations, want what happens there to become the life of the people in order to manipulate them further. You have experienced a shock, yes, but it is good, also, to look at the good side of things, that is to say all the work, the strength, and the physical power of the athletes, who, of course, despite a very powerful ego, show you what the human being can accomplish in non-violence. However, there is the problem of money that manipulates all these athletes. Money, of course, brings athletes glory, fame, but one day, all this will collapse, and faster than they think, because people will no longer want to hear about all this, and will want to return to the fairest possible sport, that is to say the simplest in sharing, and the pleasure of living it without any other condition of glory and manipulation of money. Dear brothers and sisters of earth, you have experienced a shock, but know that it has been beneficial, because it has strongly opened up your consciences, that wish to live in purity, and not in depravity and lack of respect towards humanity. There is a large part of humanity that is outraged by the representation of the painting of the Last Supper. Master Jesus sees and saw this with love. Yes, with love, because he knows that humans have a delicate life path to live in the disrespect of the Supreme Father. It is not towards Master Jesus that the disrespect was lived, but towards the Supreme Father, that he is, and that you all are. It is the disrespect towards life which is the Supreme Father. But you know that everything can be redeemed, even at the last minute of life, and those beings, whoever they are, who wanted to debase terrestrial humanity can have a flash of lucidity, and ask God for forgiveness at the moment of their departure from earth. Dear brothers and sisters of the earth, trust yourselves, listen to your feelings, understand that your life is only manipulations on the part of your leaders, let your heart speak in sweetness, peace, and serenity. We thank you for it. We love you. Life Tapestry Creations, claiming your new self is a given. Dear owns, many of you envision your new life, and who you will become. Yet, your interests sometimes seem counterintuitive, even wrong. Even though you are no longer a linear being with anticipated expectations, you continue to expect that your thoughts and actions will be linear, from A to B to C. You will not understand how different you have become, until you find new interests exciting and your former interests monotonous. Perhaps you question that thought because your daily routine has not changed much. Yet, if you scratch beneath the surface of your beliefs or interests, you will discover that what was once interesting or intriguing is now boring. And what was once outside your expected skill level is now enticing. You are no longer the Janelle or Stephen of yesterday, or this morning. Your new being will arrive in erratic spurts, so what seemed interesting this morning might prove tiresome this afternoon. This phase is a growth spurt in a direction you have never before explored. So, nothing in your life can be anticipated. Perhaps that thought frightens you, because you want something, or someone to attach your feelings and physical being to. Just as you are changing, so is everyone around you. Those you once depended upon may no longer care much about your needs, and vice versa. This is a new world, and you are a new being, as are millions of other Earth beings. Think of everyone you know, or interact with undergoing a similar shift. And then add those who do not wish to shift, and your world becomes one of upheavals, change, unexpected shifts, and not a little frightening. Perhaps you wonder why you might struggle as you adjust to a life of love. A life in which fear no longer holds the key to interactions, shifts, and growth. Such is so because your life changes will be so dramatic you will have difficulties believing they are valid, and, therefore, trusting your inner messages. What if I take the step, and it's not what I expect? What if I say this to a friend, and they're no longer my friend? Why is the person I love acting so strangely? All inner questions that will highlight your next few days. Imagine you inherited millions of dollars, making you question your life, and the lives of those you hold dear. How much do I dare change my life, to continue the same relationship I had with others when I had no money? How can I know if this person really cares for me? Even though both are common 3D questions, they are irrelevant in your new world. If you no longer have similar frequencies, neither of you will continue the relationship. Your concerns are 3D concerns indicating you have something others desire instead of the new reality that others can create what you have if they wish. Your compatibility frequencies are no longer based on I have what someone wants, but I have what someone might want to explore, and if that's true, we'll likely be compatible. In 3D, you accepted this piece, or that action, to maintain relationships, thinking nothing is perfect. Or this is the best I can do. Now that you have activated your entire spectrum of skills, there is no need for jealousy, or to make do in any relationship. Perhaps this concept seems unbelievable, punitive, or wrong for who you believe you are. It is time to expand your interactions, creations, and explorations. And because the Earth needs to shift quickly, you will begin doing so soon. This inner drive cannot be stopped or altered any more than was true for walking, talking, or puberty. It is a given that your life will change. Such is possible with feelings of terror, as was true for some in puberty, or it can be a natural process you encourage. It is your choice, for this phase will likely begin in the next few days. It is time to claim your new being. You can do so by kicking and screaming, or laughing in joy. Even though you have a choice in how you claim your new being, you will do, so be it. Amen. The Alcade Collective, 6th Dimensional Pleiadians. You are immortal. If you look into your true nature, you will remember that you are immortal like any other being. However, we do understand that this question comes from the mind which has identified itself with the physical body, and then it expects death to come. The only death that you experience comes because of a memory loss. That happens when the body dies. Even that is illusionary, and can be experienced in a different way, when one is truly present and awakened. The memory is lost because of the suffering that the human being has experienced throughout his/her own life. When one learns how to live a non-dual life, one does not create nor experience suffering anymore, and so one will not lose their memory. This is how the Ascended Masters experience reality. They simply remember everything, but nothing as being personal. All memories are series of events that they have experienced, though they can see themselves to have played a variety of roles which enhance their life experience. Though none was real, and not seen as real, but as a wonderful part of the complexity of life. To answer your question, many of the cosmic beings from the fifth-dimensional reality upwards do not lose their memory. They simply shape-shift once in a while, as there is no need to keep the same body all the time. Would you experience life in the same body, if you had to change it, whenever you like? A point comes in their life when they feel that the body has served its purpose. The body relates to the mind and the spirit. It is not only a vehicle, but a very vivid part of one's manifestation. Therefore, sometimes the cosmic beings decide to shift to another body, because in this way they clear their path and start from a different vibration. For some of them, it feels very much like starting a new life, though the old one does not disappear, as the memories remain intact. We want you to know that you can experience life in the same way. It does not matter where you live, on Earth, or the planets from the star system. Take it as far as you are aware of your potential and who you truly are. You are the creator, and as you awaken to the truth within you, you can start manifesting a fifth-dimensional reality in which time does not exist, at least not in a linear fashion. You can jump through time and experience different time frame realities, as you can do so in a different body, one that you create. You can even experience life simultaneously in different bodies, and be aware of it. You are a multi-dimensional being. Cosmic beings from the fourth dimension upwards are all telepathic. They can all establish such a connection with any other telepathic being. It is simpler for them than it is for you, though. You will need to tune your brain to the frequency that you wish to connect with first. Once you reach the frequency, the connection is established. You can do so by listening to Pleiadian music, to channel transmissions from the Pleiades, and by listening to light language. All these will help you tune into the Pleiadian frequency. Enjoy it. The Creators, where all your true power is. We are here for you. We are the Creators. We are a 12th-dimensional collective of non-physical beings, and we are here to help. We do love you so very much, and we encourage you to love yourselves just as much as we love you. One of the ways you can do that is by feeling for the love that we are offering to you at all times. Now, if you prefer to feel for the love coming from an archangel, an ascended master, an extraterrestrial group, your higher self, or your oversoul, go right ahead. You can also, of course, always feel for the love of Source. And in feeling for that love, you will know that you are not only lovable, but that you align with that love. The reason love feels so good is because you are love. And if you are in fact love, then it must be easy to love yourselves. Now, why would it ever not be easy to love yourselves? Good question. We want you to know that you all start out loving yourselves, and it is only because others have stopped loving themselves that you begin to not love yourselves so fully and completely as you do when you are first born into your bodies. Therefore, it's not your fault, it never was your fault, and it does not mean that you have done something wrong. You were in fact created to exist in this environment, where the lack of love is sometimes quite evident. And through the love that you feel, you are meant to be guided back to who and what you really are. This is why it is so important for you to do what you love, to love who you love, to listen to the music you love, and so on and so on. Now, you do not need to compare yourselves to others, and you do not need to compare what you love to what someone else loves. Therefore, you do not need to convince anyone else to love what you love in order to convince yourselves that what you love is in fact right to be loved. This is another area where you can get tripped up. If someone else starts to diminish or judge in a negative way what you love, you can call into question the lovability of what you have been placing your focus on, and that can be confusing. Again, that's not your fault. Once you recognize that you are lovable, and that it is perfectly appropriate for you to love what you love, and who you love, then you can let everyone else go about their business, and you can take what they say with a grain of salt. You don't have to allow what anyone else says to influence you out of your alignment. When you are in that space of love, You are in alignment with Source, and when you are in alignment with Source, you can do anything, you can become anything, you can attain anything, and you can know yourselves as the all-powerful being that you truly are. Step into love like you would a warm bath. Luxuriate in it. Appreciate the opportunity to feel it, and if you have trouble accessing love, then go for something easier like peace, like contentment. Know that your guides and your higher selves are bringing more to you for you to love, and that you don't have to make it a long pilgrimage to finding something for you to inspire that love feeling inside of you. Just relax and trust that we are all being guided home to Source, which is the source of love, and which is love. And as you partake in these simple steps, you will find that you have mastered life on earth. And when something is throwing you out of alignment with the love that you are, know that the ability to focus your way back into that state of being of love is always with you, and no one and nothing can take it away from you. And it is true power, and it is the power that everyone truly seeks, whether they know it or not. We are the creators, and we love you very much. SorceryOfLight.com. The other videos are in the English video playlist. Help me spread the light, click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.